we go. And we are live. I'm going to wait for everybody to come on in. And then we're going to get cracking. I'm going to wait until it sends the notification out. Hopefully it's the notification out. Okay, we need to not do this.
Selling your car at Echo.
Okay. So let's wait for the notification to go out. I'm going to turn this down. Hey, Ocean Lover, my dear. How are you doing today? We're just waiting for a few more people to get in here. And then we are going to begin. Hey, Aisha, how you doing, my love? I meant to get on earlier, but I had a chiropractor appointment yesterday, and I was in pain all day today, so I rested most of the day today. We're going to be doing a reading tonight, and we're going to be checking into the energy and see what's going on. How are you guys doing? I miss you guys. Great to see you too, my love. So I am back, and it's good to be back. I've been gone for a little while now. Thank you, Aisha. It's going to take about 6 months to a year for my therapy to actually get my arms and my, everything back together. But I am up for the challenge, I can say. So how y'all been? We're going to get into this energy, and I have some announcements. Y'all know we started on our level up journey for 100 days. Booked and busy. I like that, Aisha. Okay, now. Is this with the cooking, Aisha? Is this a cooking? The chef, are you doing like your chef stuff? Thank you, Ocean Lover. I don't know if you got to see the first video, Ocean Lover. I had to go see a chiropractor and everything because my back was out of alignment. Oh, but you've been baking, Aisha. I like that. I really like that. Okay, y'all. So y'all know I spoke about the 369 readings that we were going to do. So I got in the channel that from Spirit that I needed to do these 369 readings. And I needed to make them available to you guys on Patreon. And I thought that the readings were supposed to be based on like the I Am My Own Guru for the 100-day challenge that we're doing. Well, not even challenge, but the 100-day level up. And those messages, once I sat and got still, those messages are not so much connected. But those 369 messages are going to be more for you in learning how things manifest on this end and where you guys stand in the energy and how you can transmute energy. Okay. And so I'm going to do the first one live tonight. And if you're part of the Patreon community, I have already recorded the first 369 video. And you guys can just disregard the intro for that video. I'm going to post it on Patreon anyway, but disregard the intro for the video because the dates and some of the timing and stuff that I said in that video is going to change after my download from last night, okay? All right, so I'm going to give you guys a dose of how the 369 readings are going to look, okay? And what we're going to be unpacking, right? So first of all, if you don't have any idea of what the 369 energy represents, I think you should definitely go ahead and research that on your own, all right? It's really, you can find it. I think it's like, you can Google Tesla 369, or you can Google the magic of 369. You can Google any arrangement of 369, and it's really going to give you an idea of how those numbers work, okay? And so we're going to be doing the 3 number, which is going to represent your imagination, your memory, and your creativity. The 6 is going to represent your willpower, the power to create or destroy. This is how you're going to be transmuting energy. And the number 9, as you guys know, represents completion, okay? And that's being able to tap into energy from all 3 realms. So you're using your responsibility from the mental plane, you're using your ambition from the physical plane, and you're using purpose from the spiritual plane, okay? So we are going to start all of these readings off with our Astral Code deck, okay? We're going to take a look at what's going on from the zodiac end to see what energy you're really dealing with, whether it's a house, it's a transit, or it's a progression. Okay. It does. And 18 also breaks down to 9 again, right? 18 also breaks down to 9, all right? So we are thanking our angels. We're thanking our guides. We're thanking our ancestors. We're thanking all of the wonderful higher energy in the atmosphere that is here to help guide, protect, encourage, motivate, inspire, and give us the strength to move with courage and boldness, okay? And so after I'm finished with this reading, this is also going to be on Patreon, okay? So you guys can look out for that there too, okay? All right, and then we're also going to pull an extra card for Spirit, which is the message that Spirit wants to give to you guys. All right, so this is going to be the action that you can be taking on the spiritual realm. Okay, so let's get into this. And Spirit is saying motion, that you guys are going to, I'm aiming at the wrong camera, motion. So the Spirit card of the Spirit energy and what you need to know from your intuition is saying motion. You're going to have to move. You're going to have to take action, okay? So the overall energy from this pull is going to be taking action. Now, remember, I tell you guys, sometimes action does not necessarily mean a physical movement. It could be action mentally. It could be action spiritually, okay? Or it could be action physically. You just have to apply it to where you need it to be, okay? Now, your number 3 is going to represent exactly what you want to bring into manifestation. And it is saying community, 11th house, that is Sagittarius's energy. Not Sagittarius, what am I saying? Aquarius's energy, okay? So 11th house is Aquarius's energy. So we're talking about an inner knowing. So this is, you're either going to know where to go to get the information. You're either going to know how to go about using the information, or you're going to know exactly what to do in a situation, okay? Now, the fact that this is connected to community as well as expansion, because 11th house is ruled by Jupiter, that's expansion, that's inner knowledge, that's you being able to, I want to say very philosophical energy too, okay? What am I? Oh, gosh. I'm thinking about Sagittarius, y'all. Aquarius is not ruled by Jupiter. Aquarius is ruled by, at the top of my brain, I don't know what's going on. It's been a minute, y'all. It's only day 2. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, okay? Now, with the Uranus energy comes in to break shit up. So this is the ultimate change, right? This is you get into a space where you can't stay in the old energy anymore. You can't do the old things anymore. You can't behave the old way anymore, okay? And so you're going to have to be mindful of that, right? You're going to need community with this 3 energy. The way for you manifesting things in this energy is through community, 11th house energy. Okay, so once again, that's Uranus's energy. So you're either going to know how to go about doing it, who to call, or you're going to know where to go to get what you need done, okay? But you're going to need a community of people to be able to get this done. And a community of people, once again, does not necessarily mean physical people externally. It could be a spiritual community, your guides, your angels, your ancestors. Apply the message to where you need it to be. Third, when you're dealing with the number 3 or the 3rd number, you're dealing with your imagination. You're dealing with your creativity. So if you do not have the imagination or the creativity to see yourself out of something, so if you think you're going to be stuck in something and you don't have your imagination to see yourself out of something, to see yourself get into the other side, then there's no way for you to get there, all right? So number 3 is saying community. Ask for what you want, speak your piece, all right? And you cannot do this by yourself, all right? You cannot do this by yourself, all right? Some of you are going to have to pull on your guys. Some of you are going to have to pull on friends, family, and I also want to say some of you are going to have to rely on yourself also, right? Now, in your 6th position, right, the number 6 position, you have Virgo's energy. You know, Virgo energy can be very analytical, and it's saying digest, which means you need to be able to stop, pause, think, and analyze before you jump on and into something, all right? This is also the number 6. 6 represents your creative power or your willpower, which means Before you react to something, sit and digest the information. This is where you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater in this energy. We have a full moon coming up towards the end of the week. I believe it's on the 18th. Okay. And with that full moon energy coming up, this is just not the season for you to run away from things. This is definitely the season for you to digest things, for you to be analytical, right? Especially be analytical about your community. Who's in your ear? Who's inspiring? Who's motivating? Or who is not? Who's telling you that you can't do something? Who's telling you that you have limits, right? Are you the one telling yourself that you have limitation, right? In the ninth position or the ninth number to complete the 369 poem, you have Pisces energy. And Pisces energy is very sensitive energy, but it's also energy where you can get stuck in an illusion, where you can get stuck in seeing things from a perspective that is not really truthful, right? Now, there's a difference between facts and truth, okay? So the fact is right now it is 9:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am, right? And in 1 minute, it's going to be 9:03 p.m., right? So a minute from now, the fact is the time is no longer 9:02. Does it mean that 9:02 in this moment is a lie? No, facts change. But what doesn't change is truth. So the truth is what I'm doing is repeating time. So I'm calling off the time. So time doesn't change, right? And we're not going to get into like time is not what we think it is. Okay. Hey, Nancy, I miss you, my love. We're not going to get into the fact that time is not what we think it is. But time will be more true in the sense of this example, right? Because time is truth, but the fact is that time changes, okay? So facts change, but truth does not, okay? Truth does not change. And in this energy, for you to be able to complete things in this energy, Pisces is saying, don't be so sensitive. Don't take everything personal. And you are also going to have to learn to see past illusions. When we're dealing with 12th house energy, which is ruled, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, and that's 12th house energy. This is supposed to be a higher spiritual awareness. This is supposed to be where you learn how to either serve purpose, what you're here to do, serving others with your gift, right? Serving yourself with the healing, right? Or you can suffer. So Pisces is a house of serving or suffering. It's also the house of great spiritual awakening. Okay. So before I go into clarification, let's take a look at what the message is saying. And then we're going to pull some chakra cards also. All right. The 369, your 11th house energy community. Okay. Check your core of people that you have around you. Make sure that you do not have anyone in your core that is limiting you. All right. And if the core person in your community that's limiting you is yourself, you got some work to do. All right. Do you know that you can be your own worst enemy? Right. Do you know that when I hear the word enemy, I really hear enemy, like my enemy. Right. So whatever I deem to be an enemy or whatever I deem to be a peaceful situation, so it is. So it is. All right. And that's not to say that you're not being. That is not to say that you are not in a situation where people are on some fuck shit. That is not what I'm saying. But when you begin to understand how energy works, fuck shit or not, right? Fuck shit or not. Because you can see past illusions and you understand how energy is transmuted, everything that is coming up against you can actually work for you. Okay? Everything that is coming up against you can actually work for you. Spirit is saying that you're going to have to move. You're going to have to take some action. This is not a season to sit back and do nothing. This is not the season to sit back and do nothing. And when we're talking about doing nothing, once again, I don't mean like a physical nothing. This could be spiritual. This could be emotional. This could be mental, right? But this is not a season for you not to deal with those things on the levels in which they need to be dealt with, okay? There has to be some movement. There has to be some action. Now, let's just talk about Mars for a little while, okay? Because this card is coming out as a spirit card. And when we're dealing with Mars, Mars can be protective. Mars can also be creative, but Mars can also be destructive. Right? Mars is that warrior type energy. And if that energy is not balanced, right? Instead of having passion for something with this Mars energy, right? Instead of having passion for something with this energy, it can be very explosive energy. All right. That planet is the master of war. But that planet is also the master of passion. That planet is also the master, that planet is also the master of movement, getting things done, action, right? Mars rules Scorpio, and it also rules Aries. We are coming into Aries season next week, okay? Aries is all about your I amness, your personality. Who are you? What are you representing? Who are you showing to the world, right? What characteristics do you want to play out as we approach in the next zodiac new year? This is the energy you start to tap into next week. With the full moon coming up in Virgo at the end of the week, you have an opportunity to release those things. Once you've analyzed them, that's not going to serve the new you coming into this energy, okay? Now, I probably should have said this disclaimer, but a lot of you that are watching at this point, you know, are my old subscribers. And you guys know I tell you all of the time, whoever controls you emotionally, whoever controls you mentally and spiritually controls you. You have no control. So you don't want to be an emotional or mental puppet or spiritual puppet to anyone, which means that you're going to have to go in and do your inner work. And I want to address something. Today I was feeling a little sensitive, guys, right? I was feeling a little sensitive today, like very sensitive energy I was feeling today. So much so that I actually went to see, you know, what was going on in the moon, because I was just feeling super, super sensitive today. Like emotionally sensitive I was feeling today. And I had to stop and pause and ask myself exactly what I was feeling. What I was feeling and why I was feeling what I was feeling. Okay. And when you stop and you ask yourself, what are you feeling? And you're truthful. Remember, we just talked about truth and facts. Okay. What are you feeling and why do you feel the way that you do? That is the only way that you can make change. So you're going to have to get into your feelings so you can get out of your feelings. Okay. The goal is not to get stuck in anything that makes you uncomfortable, anything or anyone that tries to hurt you. The goal is not to get stuck there, right? If you have not dealt with something that someone has done to you, you need to, because if you don't, that's going to appear in your other relationships. Okay. All right. So let's take a look and see what we need to know for the 4 elements as we're moving through this energy. We are going to pull all 4 elements. So we're going to start with air signs, which is going to be Gemini, Libra, as well as I can't think at this moment. My mind is just going. Remember the third sign. So we have Gemini, we got Libra, and why my brain not working, y'all? I can't remember the third sign. And Aquarius, I'm sorry. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius is the air signs, okay? So Gemini deals with your thinking, how you think. Libra deals with how you love, okay? Or you can say Libra also deals with clearness, okay? Balance. And then you also have Aquarius, which is I know, okay? Your inner knowing or knowing how to get things done, knowing who to call, okay? So we're going to take a look and see what needs to happen for the air energy as we're moving throughout this, and then we'll jump on over to the water energy, okay? Let me know what you want the wonderful air signs to know as we're doing this 369 pull for community, digestion, and motivation. What do you want the air energies to know? Okay. You got the 10 of swords in reverse. You also have the 9 of cups in reverse. And then you have the judgment card, but the judgment card is showing up in reverse, okay? All right, so my wonderful air signs, what you guys need to know, is there some type of new beginnings happening because you've been through something? You've been through, and I don't know if this is just mentally what you guys are going through, right? But you've been through some things that has had you to question your happiness with this 9 of cups or your wish fulfilled, okay? Now, you're either dealing with something here where you were disappointed or feel betrayed or backstab or something where you have to move forward in this energy. But there's something blocking your transformation here because this judgment card is in reverse. And this judgment card is Pluto's energy. So we're talking about transformation here. So the question here, my wonderful air signs, is have you learned from whatever this backstabbing thing is? There is a new beginning here. Have you learned from whatever this was that caught you off guard? That may have been a little painful or may have been a little shady, okay? And this could be somebody you know, right? And this could be yourself. This could be you self-sabotaging yourself, right? But because we're dealing with community here, what are you cheating yourself out of right now? If it's not physically someone, is there anything in your life right now that you're cheating yourself out of? Are you allowing something from the past, okay, to keep you stuck where you are not allowing yourself to transmute this, to learn, right? Are you not judging the situation fairly? All right, so we're going to clarify this energy for my wonderful air signs. Now, remember, air energy represents your thinking. So this is in your head energy, right? So how this is going to play out, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's playing out physically. This could be something that's going on mentally, okay? So you got the Knight of Cups coming in with some type of offer, okay? Somebody's coming in to offer something, but they could be coming in to offer something because they're afraid whatever judgment is going down may be to their demise. Now, air signs, this could be you doing the fuckery, to be honest with you, right? Somebody in this situation has been disappointed long enough and feel maybe, right? Has been disappointed long enough and maybe feel like they've been lied to long enough in this situation, okay? So somebody's cutting themselves free. They're walking away, okay? Somebody's cutting themselves free, walking away. I don't know what you guys have going on right now. I'm feeling strong Aquarius's energy right now, my wonderful air sign. So this, I'm definitely feeling Aquarius's energy here, okay? Just so you guys know, I'm feeling Aquarius's energy here. You do have Scorpio on the board also, okay? So you got Aquarius's energy on the board, and you got Scorpio's energy on the board here with the Judgment card. Bottom of the deck, you do have the Nine of Swords popping up here. Somebody's not sleeping. I haven't been in these cards for you guys for a little while, so we're going to have to get into the drama of what's going on. Somebody's not sleeping. Somebody's not sleeping. Somebody may feel like shit is just falling apart, okay? Somebody's not sleeping. And I kind of feel like somebody's not in the illusions anymore, right? Somebody's not into the illusions anymore. Let's see what's going on in the middle of the deck. Okay. You now have the Moon card paired with the King Cups. I feel like somebody's not with the emotional manipulation anymore, and somebody may have put an end to that. This could have broken up some type of community, some type of family situation. This could have been something or someone that you were very close to, right? But I feel like maybe somebody or someone that shared something, okay, may have been betrayed, okay. Something was not judged fairly. There could have been some type of message or some type of offer that came in, but it wasn't really an offer. It doesn't feel like it was really an offer. I feel like some type of message came in. And I don't know why I'm picking up ear sign. Like this could have been somebody close to you too, ear sign. This could have been somebody close. You got the Empress energy popping up here also, right? So this could have been somebody close. So this could have been something that you were close to, a situation that you were close to, okay? Let's see what else we got here. This could have been a situation that you was close to or somebody that you were close to. Yeah, you got the Empress here on the board. That's Venus energy, right? You also have the Tower card on the board. So we're literally talking here about Mars energy showing up again. There's going to be some type of action that's required for you, air signs, whether it's how you're thinking about a situation, how you're moving in a situation, okay? Something happened in something close to you or someone close to you, right? So here it is. You got the Empress energy showing up, but you also have the Four of Wands in reverse, which means there's been some type of breakdown, some type of split. Okay. Your abundance that was flowing may not be flowing the way it is, or for some of you, your abundance is going to flow because you walked away from something, because we do have the 8 of Swords here, right? You freed yourself from something. Somebody freed themselves from something here, all right? Remember, once again, within the 369, they're saying that you need to definitely check your core people, check your community. You need to digest the things that you're feeling and seeing in this season. You also need to be paying attention to illusions, what's truth and what's not. And there is going to be some type of action required for you this week, some type of movement, some type of action, okay, required for you as you're moving throughout the energy this week. All right. So overall, they're saying you're gonna have to do something. This is not the time for you to sit back on your sit on your hands. Okay. All right, air signs. So we just did air signs, which was Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I feel heavy Aquarius energy here. Okay. I feel heavy Aquarius energy here. And there's also a lot of Mars energy on the board. So we could be talking about Aries or Scorpio, okay? So it's heavy Mars energy on the board. I'm feeling intuitively heavy Aquarius energy. So that's also Mars is going to be Aries and Scorpio energy. So some of you could be dealing with an Aries and a Scorpio, okay? And then you could also be dealing with Taurus energy too, because we did have the Empress show up, okay? Taurus or Libra, because they're both ruled by Venus. And the Empress card is Venus's energy, right? So now we're going to move on over to the water signs, right? So water signs are going to be Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces, all right? Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. What is the message for my wonderful Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces if we're moving through the 639 energy? And once again, if you're on Patreon, okay, that 639 first video is done. That will be going up tomorrow. And please disregard the announcements in that video because the announcements have changed. Okay, I've made some changes. I have a meeting tomorrow. And once I'm finished with that meeting, I'll have a clear idea of once I'm finished with that meeting, I have a clear idea of my new schedule. I was going to launch 100 days on Monday, and I don't think I'm going to be able to launch it on Monday because some of the things that I needed did not show up on time. So I'll know more after my meeting tomorrow. If I have to push it back a week or two, right? But in the meantime, I'm going to be coming on live and we're going to be doing this reading and just filter out the energy and what you guys need to know as we approach Aries season, okay? All right, what you got for water signs? Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. I don't know why I'm hearing that song for my for us, like, get out of my head. I don't know what that is. And into my sheets. I don't know. Is that song like I'm hearing that? Get out of my head and into my sheets. I don't know. I'm hearing get out of my head and into my sheets. Scorpio, what y'all got going on? I don't know if that's for Scorpio. I'm hearing get out of my head. Billy Ocean? Okay, I'm hearing that. Get out of my head and into my sheets. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's see what we got for Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio got Queen of Cups. So we're talking about some emotional maturity here. But it's like it's paired with the Six of Cups in reverse, though. The Six of Cups in reverse is like jealousy and moody energy. So interpretation that I'm getting up intuitively is wishy-washy energy, right? And it could be somebody circling back from the past and maybe you're not emotionally manipulated by them anymore, right? You're a little bit more emotionally mature, right? But this can also be someone that comes across emotionally immature, but they're really jealous, right? And moody, right? So they approach you like they're mature, but they're really not. Now, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, if this is y'all in y'all feelings, we're going to have to get into this and see why you were acting this way. Let's see, okay? Because remember, you're supposed to be checking your core people, your community. You're supposed to be digesting the information that's coming in right now, which means don't get in your feelings about shit, right? I can't put that in Scorpio. Oh my gosh. I don't know, because you know, Ocean Lover, you know how we work, right? You know how we work. Okay. So you're also supposed to be with this Pisces energy here, not being too sensitive, right? I have a Pisces sun, and let me just tell y'all something about Pisces. My son can dish it, but he doesn't necessarily like to take it, y'all, right? So he can dish it, but as soon as you start to give it back, he get his feelings, right? He get his feelings. Who's getting in their feelings? What are signs? What you getting your feelings about? We're not supposed to be getting our feelings about nothing. Remember, Pisces is here with all that illusionary energy. We're not supposed to be doing that. Check your core, check your community, right? Check your core and check your community, and you're going to have to take some type of action. So let's get into this. Who is doing what? Clarify this Queen of Cups energy with the Six of Cups. Clarify this Queen of Cups energy. What you got going on with these water signs? Who's in their feelings? Let's see what we got going on. Okay. All right. So we got Capricorn energy on the board. We got the King of Wands paired with the Devil card. You know, the Devil card is Capricorn's energy, right? You do know that. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is all about order and structure. But Capricorn's energy also can tend to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Okay. Which means because you're such in the mode of persistence, you don't want anything to get in your way, and you just kind of kick it to the side, right? Now, if this card was in reverse, I would be cheering, yay, right? But because it's not, it's upright, this lets me know that this still has ego in it, right? So the King of Wands is saying, I've learned some things and I'm going to be applying what I've learned, right? But there's still some ego behind here. There's still some ego here, okay? So you got somebody feeling a certain kind of way. You have somebody coming through like they're emotionally mature and they got it all together. You got somebody coming in with this energy like I've been here before. I've learned some things, but low key, I'm still in my ego. Water signs, is that you? Okay. What are they in their ego about? What's going on with my wonderful water signs? What's going on with my wonderful water signs? Do I have my vice versa deck? Let's see if I can find my vice versa deck for clarification. We're going to clarify this because I'm nosy. I'm a Scorpio. I want to know what we in our feelings about. Clarify for me this King of Wands and the Devil card. What is my wonderful Scorpio in their feelings about? What is the codependency? What are they in their feelings about? What's going on with Scorpio and this codependency? What's going on with Scorpio and this codependency energy? You got the Magician card with the Seven of Wands. Okay. So the Magician card is in the dark, which means that this is something inner going on, right? You have everything that you need to manifest something. And the Seven of Wands is saying that you're persevering, you're pressing through something, right? The bottom of the deck, we do have here the Four of Wands energy. So this could be some type of relationship situation, community situation. It kind of feels here. And then you got the Ram here again. You got the Ram here, so immediately I'm thinking Aries, some type of action is going to be required. The number 4 is also the number of doing, movement, right? I don't know, y'all. I told y'all I just recently, found out about divorce and stuff. So you have everything you need to move forward here. And this seems like it's some type of relationship, my wonderful water signs. It seems like some type of relationship. And this could be relationship with family members too. It don't have to be like a lover. Oh, somebody got caught without their clothes on. Somebody got caught doing something that they did not tell you about, water signs. Somebody got caught doing something, or you got caught doing something that you didn't tell the other person about. Somebody got caught without their clothes on. Somebody got caught in the open, maybe doing something or saying something, okay? And this is probably where you're like, in your ego here, water signs. I don't learn that, but guess what? You don't get to fuck with me no more. And if this is not you, whoever it is, water signs, that you may be experiencing this is because, you know, they done did something, you done did something fucked up. Whoever this is, they're like, okay, yeah, I'm in my ego and I'm watching my back because you, my dear, okay, you, my dear, done did some fuckery. Yep. Whatever this was, it was not fear. See, somebody got caught in the open and they weren't being fear. They weren't being, this Four of Pentacles is supposed to represent fairness and balance. And somebody got caught in the open, not here. The King of Wands is back again. All right, the King of Wands is back again. Look at this snake. Now, you know, in this world, we represent snake as something grimy, right? But spiritually, we all know that snake symbolizes something way different, right? And the fact that this card is in the dark represents inner energy, right? Somebody got caught doing something that they were not supposed to be doing, or that somebody lied about something, bottom line. With this King of Wands being in reverse like this, is also let me know too, I don't know if you water signs are being really nice about this. I don't know if the person on the other end is being nice in how they communicate about this, of how they express themselves in this. Okay. Let's see. I feel like somebody could have, and I'm hearing the word excommunicated. Yeah. They take a good look. They're assessing the situation. Right? This is Seven of Pentacles. All this hard work that I put in, what was all of this hard work for? Yeah. They're looking at, did I get a return from my investment? Y'all see how the King of Pentacles here have all of this fruit and all of this blush here? He's sitting back, somebody's sitting back contemplating, did I get what I put in on my return for my investment in this situation? Did I get it? And can I just tell you, y'all got a lot of fucking kings showing up in this reading, my wonderful water signs. We got a lot of kings. We got the King of Cups. All right. And let me just tell you right now, the King of Cups is in the dark, which means he's in hermit mode. Okay. His back is not to you. So which means that we're talking about emotional maturity here. Okay. You got the King of Cups. You got the King of Wands. Both of them are in the dark. So somebody's going into their inner power here, right? And you also have the King of Pentacles. Everything here is in the dark. Everything here is in the dark. When we're dealing with shadow side energy, we're dealing with inner energy. Emotional, yeah. Emotional maturity is always a good thing. It's always a good thing, Ocean Lover, because when you are not emotionally mature, you can find yourself having a look around and it's a whole bunch of dead bodies because you done said something you can't take back. So you got dead bodies, aka dead friendships, dead relationships. You done said things that you cannot take back. Or you may have done things that you cannot take back, right? Water energy is not playing right now. And if this is not water energy, whoever has done this to the water energy, hey, Ashley, you came at the right time. Whoever has done this to the water energy, I feel like my water signs are not playing, y'all. They not playing. The King, we talking about the King of Cups. The King of Cups in his maturity, which means that they see you coming with your emotional bullshit before you even say a word, right? You talking about the King of Wands here? All right, I may sound cold and I may sound aggressive with your ass, but that's because you done did some fuck shit. That's because you done did some fuck shit, right? And yeah, excuse me if I don't want to let you in on all my shit because I'm observing maybe how much I put into the situation and then gain anything back, right? So you have all three of your kings in shadow side energy, which means and I'm just going to let you know, from a water sign perspective, especially with all of this maturity that's going on the board. So let me tell you from a water sign perspective what that means, okay? We're going to start off with the Cancers. That means the Cancers done vibed out your ass, okay? So emotionally, they have already intuitively picked up on your ass and picked up that you want some bullshit, right? Then you got the Scorpios, okay, that definitely intuitively know what you're saying with what you don't say. So Scorpios are going to read not what you say only, but we also reading what you don't say. So we filling in the blanks intuitively with what you don't say. There's a lot of things that can be told by what you don't say, okay? And then the Pisces, because they're intuitive, right? Water signs intuitively see you coming before you do. They see you coming before you do. So water energy is taking their power back emotionally. Okay. They're taking their power back mentally, and they're taking their power back physically. You got the King of Wands showing up here twice. The King of Wands represents that you've learned some shit. You've learned, which means that you probably have to go through the same thing a couple of times before you got the lesson. All right. Somebody got caught doing something. Somebody got caught doing something. Look at this. You see how they hide in their private parts? You see how they try to bury that, and now they got to come out of there because they hiding their private parts. So if you are not a water sign, you know the water energy represents your emotions, okay? If you're not an air sign, because we just did air energy, you know air represents your thinking, okay? But if you are a water sign, okay, that is going to be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is your message. You're waking up from something. You're really thinking about what's fair to you, what's right and just to you, right? And I want to say this, not on no lower vibrational shit, because you got a peer here. You got the King and the Queen of Cups. So we're not only talking about emotional maturity, right? We're also talking about emotional stability here, which means that you're not easily triggered by whatever this is anymore, okay? You're not triggered by whatever this is. It don't trigger you the way it used to, all right? So whatever this is not triggering you the way you used to, so you're not reacting emotionally the way you used to, okay? Or they're not reacting emotionally the way they used to. And the word that I'm getting for some of you, I hear the word numb. It's kind of like you've gotten numb to the way that this person does things, okay? So I feel like you've gotten kind of numb to the situation. Now, remember, once again, water sign. We're talking about your core energy, which is the 3 vibration, the number 3 vibration, which is all about manifestation, right? Tapping into your imagination, using your memory. In the 6th position, the number 6 deals with creative power or destructive power, all right? This is your willpower, right? Virgo energy is saying before you operate your willpower, you better fucking digest what you want to say, how you want to move, what you want to do, all right? That is what this is saying. Think about it, digest it before you operate your will, before you judge things. In the number 9 position, that's talking about completion, you have Pisces showing up and saying, don't be too sensitive to everything. You know, we just looked at the emotional energy from the water signs, right? Emotional balance is going to be required as you're moving throughout this energy for the rest of the week. We got a full moon in Virgo coming up, so you want to be able to analyze things, but not analyze things from a space where you're not digesting them, right? So you want to analyze things, get into your feelings so you can get out of them and digest everything. But at the end of all of this, you will have to take action, okay? You're going to have to take some action. All right, so now let's do a wonderful fire energy. Fire energy is going to be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you are not a fire sign, this is going to be action. How are you moving in this energy, right? Remember, I tell you guys, you are not just responsible for your zodiac sign. You're responsible for all 12 zodiac signs because you interact with those energies every day, and you got to master that shit in your zodiac chart, okay? So just so you know, okay. So what do we have for my wonderful fire energy? What do you have for fire energy? What's the message for my wonderful fire energy? What's the message for fire energy? What's the message for fire energy? What is the message for fire energy? All right. Decisions and teamwork. All right. Remember, fire has to do with actions. There's some decisions that you have to make that has to do with teamwork. Okay. So I feel like once you've made that decision, okay, you will find that there is stuff in place to help you here. We're going back to community and watching the core people that are around you. Okay. Now, some of you are thinking about your future, and you may not be in alignment with some of the things that you're thinking about as far as your future is concerned. This could also be a breakup of sorts, okay? Or maybe someone that you love or something that you love. You may not be seeing eye to eye with. Some of you feel disappointed or trapped, or you are interacting with someone that you should be in a team with, and you need to make a decision. because things are not panning out the way that you feel. And I want to say for some of you, if this is job related, right? You are not happy with what you do and you're really thinking about your future. Okay. And some of you may feel trapped. Okay. You're thinking about your future and some of you may feel trapped. Let's see. Terrified is too. Yeah. The way out of this could be one of two things. This Five of Swords in reverse represents one of two things, right? You can either be focused, right? Or you can be resentful. With conflict, like there's some type of conflict going on that you're not dealing with, right? So there's disappointment and there's conflict, or there's disappointment and you're just super focused. Okay. So now, because you get to choose what state you're in, aka what energy or feelings or emotions you're in, right? You can't be happy or sad at the same time, right? But there's something going on. Maybe in some type of partnership relationship, some type of teamwork. If there's something at the job, you have to make a decision because something that you're looking towards your future that you thought you love, or that, you just don't got no love and no passion. It's just not lining up. Okay. It's just not lining up. Disappointment, either with conflict, or you're disappointed. So you're just going to focus on your shit. All right. So let's take a look and see what else we got. Yeah. Seven of Cups in reverse, which means that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Plenty of options, but the options may not be what you think. You know how I tell you guys that everything that sparkles is not necessarily gold. Sometimes it's just gold fucking glitter that's sparkling, right? Sometimes it's just gold glitter, all right? You're also dealing with somebody that may have thought they had options, or may have thought that they had choices in this situation. And now that, and I kind of feel like, so if you're focusing on yourself with this energy, there's somebody here who is cold. And I'm also maybe even feeling like verbally abusive, right? They just say shit. They just say shit. And I don't know why I'm kind of feeling like this person also. I don't know. I feel like this could be like a job situation with somebody, where somebody at work is abusing their power. And let me just say this: if this is a job situation for somebody, what I'm feeling is this person don't have no control at home. So because they don't have any control at home, they come to work and it projects on onto other people because they have some type of authority, right? We do have Nine of Swords energy in reverse. That's desperate energy. That's despair energy, right? And Nine of Swords is paired with the Hangman, also in reverse. Okay. Don't be a martyr for bullshit. Don't sit back and take bullshit just because you think you have to. Right? King of Cups. And yeah, somebody's in contemplation. But I feel like whoever's in contemplation, just so you guys know, with this Four of Cups is definitely contemplation. But paired with the King of Cups, I don't feel like this person is out of emotion. Like they're emotionally balanced. Okay? And if this is not you, yep. So in this situation, you got somebody that's not in a position where they're operating from a place of maturity or even emotional wholeness, right? And you got somebody over here that is. Somebody over here is really contemplating how they want to move in this situation, how they want to handle this. And they're really all about fairness and bringing their life into balance, because right now it's out of balance. They want fairness, but there's no balance here. And this is affecting them financially, okay? This is affecting them financially. I feel like this could be definitely job related for somebody, okay? When this card pops up in reverse, that means somebody's not looking at themselves. Yeah, I know I teach you guys here, you can't get to the other side without paying attention to yourself and the role that you play. If you are the common denominator in whatever the situation is, which means like if you're the one consistent person in this situation, right, you need to really look at yourself. Hey, Cora, how are you, my love? Cora, if you want, if you have a question, right, you can ask your question. It's $20 per question, and you can cash at me. But this is not a paid reading. I'm just doing a live reading right now. Okay, but I do have appointments that you can book if you want a personal reading. Okay. So just keep that in mind, guys. Okay. Keep that in mind. Somebody's definitely not looking at themselves. And it could be the supervisor. That's changing though. That's changing. Thank you, Ashley. Whoever this is changing. So somebody's looking at themselves, but this is going to change. And I kind of feel like it's going to change because whatever they're giving out, whatever they're dishing out to other people, right? They're going to get it back. So fire signs, if this is you, be mindful, okay? Aries, you cannot bully people. Without Mars energy shit, you cannot run over people. Okay, Sagittarius is, you cannot just say what you want and think everybody's supposed to get over it. Okay, so your bluntness might not be working for you in this energy. Okay, and my wonderful Leos, you may have to tuck that ego to the side. Okay, so if you're the ones doing this wonderful fuckery that we have going on here, my wonderful fire signs, you need to change course, change directions. And if this is not your energy and you're interacting with someone that's going through the fuckery, you do need to know this. You get the Chariot card popping up with the World card here. All right. So even if I'm dealing with my major arcanas here, we got the Chariot, we got the World card, we got the Hermit, we got the Wheel of Fortune. What else we got in here? We got the Hangman. This is a lot of major changes in your life, right? So let me just break down your major arcanas, okay? We got the Hangman energies, just so you guys know, when we're dealing with the Hangman energy, we are talking about energy. We got the World card, we got the Hangman. So we got Neptune, which is Pisces, right? We got the Wheel of Fortune, which is going to be Jupiter. We got the Hermit card, right, which is going to be Virgo. We got the World card, right? And that World card, ouch, my leg is sleeping, y'all. So let me see what we got here. And then we got the Chariot card. So we got Jupiter for expansion, right? We got Jupiter for the expansion. Neptune. Neptune is supposed to be about your spiritual awakening. That's Pisces energy. The Wheel of Fortune and Neptune put together. The World card is in reverse, which means something in your life needs to change, but somebody's fighting it. All right. This is Saturn. So there's order and structure that's being asked of you, and somebody's fighting that. You also got the Hermit card popping up here. You know, the Hermit energy. The Hermit energy is important because this is all about self-evaluation. Okay. The Hangman energy is also popping up here too. And the Hangman energy, just so you know, is Neptune. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. And the Hermit energy is Virgo. Okay. You got the Wheel of Fortune, Saturn. And then you also have the Chariot card here, y'all. And the Chariot card is Cancer. Emotions, expansion, analytical energy popping up here. Somebody's not looking at themselves in a situation, and it cannot move forward if you do not reevaluate your role and to see if you're the common denominator in this situation. The Chariot card is supposed to be about direction, but the World card in reverse is saying that there's something that has not reached its full completion yet, and the Hangman card in reverse, as well as the Hermit card in reverse, is saying it has not reached its full completion yet because somebody needs to make a decision, and in that decision-making process, you need to reevaluate yourself. You need to pay attention to what's the common denominator, who's the common denominator. So let me tell you how this works, right? If you, my love, keep meeting people that does the same thing to you, but with just different faces, right? They got different faces and different names, but you're having very similar experiences. Guess what? You're the common denominators in those situations. So you need to start looking at yourself to see, why am I attracting this type of people, right? Why do I seem to get myself in these type of situations? So if you have a reoccurring situation that's happening, please be advised that you could be the common denominator in this situation, which means that the only way change is going to come about is if you change you, right? You change you, your world changes, okay? So there's a lot of major encounters going on here with the wonderful fire energy. Remember, fire energy is an equivalent of action that you need to be taking. That's movement, okay? And if somebody's not looking at themselves in this situation, there's really not going to be a lot of movement if you don't see the part that you play in these situations, okay? If this is something going on at work, because I feel like this can definitely be something going on at work. I feel like this is something going on at work. Thank you, my love. I feel like this is something going on at work, and somebody's abusing their power. Okay. I feel like this is something going on at work and somebody's abusing their power. And that's really because they don't got power at home. Okay. They don't got any power at home. I appreciate you so much. I just got a donation from Mom KW. I don't even know. Y'all know I be messing people's name up. I appreciate your donation via Cash App. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. So we're going to now do earth signs, okay? Earth signs are going to be Capricorns, Virgos, and Taurus, okay? So Capricorn's archetype is I utilize, okay? Capricorns don't like their time wasted. They don't like their money wasted. And they do not like their relationships to be wasted, okay? Everybody has a purpose, a part to play, right? Tauruses are all about I have, okay? What do I have and how can I apply that, okay, to make my life better, or the people that I love make their lives better, okay? This is why you can always find that Tauruses are quick to get money, all right? Because their archetype is I have, okay? They're ruled by Venus, and Venus likes luxury, okay? And why you can find that a lot of Tauruses are not so much into your emotions, but it's more so logical. They're more earth-based, okay? More about the comfortability. So their decision-making process, as far as earth signs are concerned, and not going to be as emotional as water signs are concerned, okay? They're going to think about their earthly things first while making their decisions, right? And water signs is going to think about how we feel first when making our decisions, right? Fire signs are going to think about how this is going to restrict my movement or my action, okay? Air signs are going to think about how this makes me think, right? How this is replaying in my mind. Does this sound right in my head? Because if this don't sound right in my head, then it ain't right, okay? So these are how these archetype works, all right? So we're going to be doing earth energy, which is a physical energy, okay? Then you have also Virgo energy, the earth energy, and Virgo is all about analytical energy, okay? They analyze things. So you can get stuck over analyzing things also, all right? So we got the 7 of Cups in reverse, which means everything that glitters is not gold. Sometimes it can just be gold glitter, okay? Oh. Let me find out that you earth signs are dealing with a fire sign. Look at this right here. Everything that glitters is not gold, and this is keeping somebody up at night. Somebody worried about something. What are my wonderful earth signs worried about? Somebody thought they had a lot of options, and the options may not be what you think they are, okay? Conflict. I don't know why I'm feeling conflict at work here again, y'all. What's going on at work? So I feel conflict with the 5 of Wands, and it's paired with the Judgment card, which is Scorpio energy. So there's conflict here, and I don't feel like problem resolution has not been brought on board yet. So there's no problem resolution right now for this conflict, okay? The Moon card is in reverse, which means somebody's seeing past the bullshit. Somebody's seeing the truth, or somebody's truth just came out. Ooh. And your truth is full of lies. Lies you tell. Lies you tell. Okay, so somebody is not sleeping, okay, thought they had more opportunities and more choices than they did. There's some type of conflict where transformation needs to be had, but they're not judging the situation correctly. And I really feel like they're standing in the way of transforming, Okay. And I don't know why I'm hearing self-sabotage for somebody, right? Somebody's seen past illusions and have found out that someone may be deceitful. All right. And I just want to say this because, we're dealing with earth signs. Capricorns, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You want to make sure that you get the whole story before you make a decision. Remember, right? When we're dealing with the 369, the number 6, where it's your willpower, creation or destruction, right? It is telling you to digest the information before you make any decisions. You want to digest all of the information before you make any decisions. So don't make decisions just because you're emotional. Okay. I don't know, y'all. What's going on? We got the Hermit card in reverse again. So you could be dealing with a fire sign. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign, Leo, or Sagittarius, or Aries. Okay. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign. And whoever this fire sign is, they may not necessarily be looking at themselves. Okay, so you need to know that. Somebody's dealing with a fire sign. And I also feel like somebody's not looking at themselves, because some of these same cards within the fire energy. Somebody's not looking at themselves, and somebody is disappointed and pretty much may want to walk away. Somebody's very disappointed. Very, very disappointed here. Yep. Okay. And some of you have not made a decision as to how you want to handle this yet. Fire rising. You are fire rising, Aisha. I feel like some of you may not be in a place where you quite know how you want to handle this yet, earth signs, right? But that's okay, because change is coming. Okay? It's okay because change is coming. You got Knight of Wands and you got Ace of Wands. And let me just tell you something right now. Whoever this is that has fell from grace from these earth signs, I don't think you're going to be getting your way back in there. I think like now, once they kick you out, it's an out. It's you out. Ain't no coming back here. Ace of Wands. This should be like a major arcana card, right? And this is in reverse, which means you ain't got no opportunity coming back here, right? And with this Knight of Wands, honey, they rushing in. They not thinking before they rush in. There's some type of swift action, right? That is saying you do not get to pass go here, okay? And not only don't you get to pass go, all right? It's kind of like middle finger up to you in the interim, right? Somebody done found out somebody lied. Somebody crying over them getting caught that they lied, okay? Somebody may have feel that they misjudged the situation. Okay, there could be some conflict going on, or somebody's afraid of whatever this decision is. All right, you're afraid of the transformation that's going to bring. Remember, you're not in a situation anymore where you can just sit still. You are required to move, to take action. Okay, but somebody now with the bullshit. You do not get to pass go here. Not only is there no opportunity here, I'm gonna rush in. I'm gonna let you know there ain't no opportunity because I'm frustrated with your ass. I'm so done. I'm so done. You are thinking about what makes you happy and what's fear. And if it is not in balance, guess what? You fall from grace. I'm not fucking with you. Or, right, somebody thought this was fair and balanced. It was not fair and balanced because you did not prioritize things right. And I'm also done with you. Somebody could have also lost confidence from whatever they're going through here. You don't got shit organized, and now you're not feeling so secure within yourself or within the situation. You thought you had options. Where that card at? You thought you had options, but you don't. You don't have those options that you thought you did. There could be some promises that was made. Somebody did a whole bunch of talking, right? Somebody did a whole bunch of talking. Oh, shit. Somebody is doing a whole bunch of talking. There's talking going on back and forth. This could be text messages. This could be some type of electronical exchange. But I really feel like the tone in these conversations is the King of Swords energy, which means it's cold. It could even be a little abusive. Okay. Or or heavily full of shade. Heavily full of shade. Okay. Heavily full of shade. What else you got? Yeah, somebody's operating on their ego again. And this would be a nice plug for me to talk about ego. You know how when you're going through the spiritual journey, one of the things that you learn, and one of the things that I learned when I started this journey over 20 years ago was get rid of the ego. You got to kill the ego. The ego got to die. Now, what I've discovered as I've been studying for over 20 years now is that the ego doesn't go anywhere. We live in a world of duality, right? And it's interesting how the Capricorn energy looks like the Baphomet. All right. And if you study anything about the Baphomet, you understand that it represents you being able to take dominion over this world. Okay. Research things for yourself, y'all. I'm not going to get into the full breakdown of it, but this is Capricorn's energy. And this energy represents order, structure, timekeeper, which means that we are going to reward you for wherever you invest your time, right? This can also lead to some type of codependency. Okay. So, and you know, Capricorns can be full of ego too, right? That's just truth. Don't hate me out. It's just the truth. Okay. We all can be full of ego sometimes, but Capricorn got big egos. Okay. I want to say like all earth signs got some big ass egos, right? You know, yeah, you know, now water signs got big feelings, you know, we be studying our feelings now, so I'm not, you know, but I feel here in this energy, right? You got the Two of Wands, which is looking at your future, but you also have the Devil card, which means that you can be, you can definitely be in your ego about something. You can be codependent on something. I'm going to clarify this because I feel like in this position, my wonderful Capricorn, I feel like you're in your ego, not necessarily in a bad way for this particular situation, because whatever this is fucking with your livelihood, like it's fucking with your future. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily feel, for some of you, this is like you're walking around because you living in your ego. I feel like whatever you found out over here with the Seven of, where did it go? Whatever you found out over here with the Seven of Cups in reverse, whatever you found out, whatever lies you found out this person was telling here with the Seven of Swords here also, and you got double sevens here, by the way. Whatever you found out, I really feel like that's the reason for this energy, right? That's the reason for that energy because it's paired with the Two of Wands, you know? And this can also mean for some of you, whatever the situation is, this person is kind of like you're still tied to this person, right? Or you're still dependent on this person, either because you work together, you live together, or there's some type of connection that's connecting you to your money. Okay, or your livelihood. Okay. You got the High Priestess in reverse, which is telling you just pay attention to everybody's motives, including your own earth signs. Pay attention to why you're doing what you do. And I want to say this too, right? Put out what you want to get back. That's the way this energy is playing out. Put out what you want to get back. It's unfolded in real time. Okay. What else you want my wonderful earth signs to know? I feel a lot of job stuff, y'all. A lot of job stuff came up energetically for some of you, okay? Let's see. Yep. High Priestess is paired with the Six of Cups in reverse. So that's jealous energy. That's moody energy. I also want to say that's fickle energy. It's kind of like you don't know who you're going to get when you walk in a room with this person, right? Kind of like walking in eggshells. You don't quite know who you're going to get. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords in reverse. Once again, this is either focus on you or focus on what you need to do, or it is conflict. Having to have that conversation and the conflict being in the middle of it, right? Yeah. Whatever this is, it has greatly disappointed you, though. Whoever this is, it's greatly disappointed you. And you got the Queen of Swords in reverse, which lets me know that you're very vocal about this. And your way that you're vocalizing it is not, it's not pretty. And that don't mean that you got to yell at anybody. You can throw your shade and cut very sharp by telling the truth and pulling your receipts. So I feel like this is where earth signs are going to be pulling their receipts, right? Whatever the situation is, I feel like you're going to be pulling your receipts, earth sign. Now, Y'all know energy is fluid, so you got to place the energy where it needs to go. If you're not the one doing the fuckery, then place the energy where it needs to go. So we're gonna sum up your 369 reading with an oracle message, okay? And then we're gonna go over the energy. All right. So once again, if you are a member on Patreon, you guys will see the 369 reading go up for next week on Patreon. Please do not pay attention to the announcements, as I will have new announcements for you on Friday when I'm live again. I have a meeting tomorrow, so the date for the 100-day journey is going to be adjusted, and I'll let you know. We may have to push it back by 2 weeks. Because I don't have everything that I need, and it's not going to be here in time like I thought. Okay. All right. So let me just recap. I got in a channel that I needed to deal with you guys on the 369 manifestation numbers. Okay. 3 represents your imagination. It represents your memory, and it represents your creative energy, right? And that energy was telling you to pay attention to your community and your core of people. That's 11th house energy, and we're dealing with Aquarius's energy. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which means if there is something in your life that's stopping you from the path that you're supposed to be on, Uranus comes in and it breaks that shit up. Listen to me what I'm saying, okay? 11th house is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is responsible for making sure you live out what you're supposed to experience here. So if you're on your spiritual path and growth and there's something in your way that's stopping you, Uranus is going to come in and it's going to destroy all of that. Just so you know. So if you find that you're having a problem with relationships right now, stuff is just not working, it's time for you to check your core, because there's definitely going to be some changes in how you move. And your core could also be your relationship with yourself. A lot of people don't understand the relationship with yourself is more important than any relationship you can have with anybody else. Because if you don't have the right relationship with yourself, you can do self-sabotaging things. Okay. So the number 3 is asking you to check your core, check your community. Who do you have close to you? Does it need to be adjusted? Does it need to be firmed up? Do you need to bring people in? Do you need to let people go? Right? The number 6, which is all about your willpower, the will to create or the will to destroy, right? Sometimes you got to destroy shit so you can create new shit, right? So it's saying before you destroy stuff, okay, or before you build new stuff, right? Guess what? You got to use Virgo's energy and digest all of the information coming in right now. So before you make any quick decisions that you know you probably should sit and wait because you don't know what to do, digest it. If you don't know what to do with this number 6 energy, you do nothing at all while you're digesting all of the information that you're getting in, okay? Now, number 9, which represents completion, right? From all 3 aspects in which we manifest on this plane, all right? Responsibility, which is the mental plane, how you think, okay? Ambition from the physical plane, what you're doing, what you think, all right? And purpose from the soul plane, is this part of your purpose? You know, and only you can tell you what your purpose is. I mean, I can pull things in the car, but if you don't line up with it internally, or it don't resonate with you internally, then ain't nothing nobody could do about that. You take what you need and you leave what you don't, right? Number 9 is saying Pisces energy, 12th house energy. Don't be so sensitive. See past illusions, right? Tap into your feelings so you can get out of your feelings. Do not become anyone's emotional puppet. Pisces is also known as a sign for great spiritual awakening. But if you're not careful, you can get stuck in illusions and see things that are not there. Remember, we talked about fact versus truth. The truth is, right now, time is saying it's 10:05 on my clock. The truth is, I'm looking at the time right now, right? The fact is, the time is going to change in 1 minute. It's going to be 10:06, right? Does that mean that a minute ago, 10:05 was a lie? No, it doesn't. But facts change. Truth does not change. So you need to understand that. Facts change. Truth does not change. Okay? Spirit is saying, after, you got your 3, you got your 6, and your 9. Now, Spirit, you guys are saying, whatever decision you make at the end of the day, once you digest everything, you're going to have to take action. You're going to have to move and take action. Okay? You're going to have to move and take action, all right? The ancestors are saying, my love, all right? You got the shield maiden saying, make your plan and focus. Write that shit down and focus. Make the plan clear and focus, Okay. And you're not going to be able to share with everybody what your plan is too. All right. You just got to know that. Yep. You also got the spring saying, seed your goal. You got to see your seeds grow. And when we're talking about seeds growing, your seeds can be your actions, it can be your emotions, or it can be your thinking. Okay. See your seeds grow, whether it's in your actions, your emotions, and in your thinking. But first, you got to make a plan. All right. And the last message is Mother Earth. And she's saying, feel loved and comforted. Feel loved and comforted. There's an inner space within you guys that you can go to at any time that you're feeling out of balance. All right. Also, let me say that the full moon and new moon meditations are going to be starting up in Aries season again. So you guys need to make sure that you're staying tuned for that. The full moon and new moon meditations will be back within the next 3 weeks. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to be back here. Oh, thank you, Ashley. I'm going to be back here on Friday. So make sure that you guys set your notification button. Okay. Hey, Tabitha. How are you, my love? I had to take a break, Tabitha. I was burnt out. I had to go dark for a couple of months. I was burnt out, but I'm back now. So we are doing a 100-day level up journey. We were supposed to kick it off on Monday at the beginning of Aries season, and I am not sure we're going to do that because everything that I needed to kick off the project, I still do not have as yet. And I have a meeting tomorrow. And I will know more after the meeting tomorrow. But right now, I think I'm going to have to push back a launch date for the 100-day level up. So you guys will have the launch date early next week. But what we're going to do, even though we're not kicking off the 100 days on Monday, what we are going to do is we're going to be here every week as we move through Aries season, unpack it. Okay. So we're going to break down Aries season and we're going to get up in these cards and we're going to also continue our 369 reading. Thank you, Ocean Lover. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So I'm back here on Friday. Set your notification button. I appreciate each and every one of you. My Patreon people, okay, know that the 369 for Patreon is going to go up tomorrow. It's not the reading from tonight. It's going to be a reading that covers the energy for next week, okay? So you guys will be able to get the 369 reading for next week on Patreon. And I will be back here on Friday pulling cards. Y'all, Pay It Forward Fridays is back, y'all. We're going to be doing Pay It Forward Friday on Friday. Oh, guess what? Also, you know what's coming back? Sam and I are gonna come back maybe towards the summer. Relationship Chronicles with Sam and Kamoy. We're gonna come back. We're coming back, but maybe once it gets warmer. Okay. So don't beat Sam up. That was my fault. I went on break, so he had no choice. Okay, I was on break, so he had no choice. But we'll be back doing Relationship Chronicles, getting the male opinion, right, and the female opinion on how relationships work and how you can have a healthy experience in your relationships. Anybody got any questions for me? I know. Ocean's Lover, I don't know if you got to hear Sam and I on Clubhouse because we were only on Clubhouse. I think Lancy got to hear us. I don't know. I know Lancy. I don't know if Ashley got to hear us. I know Lancy was there. And I don't know if I think Lancy and Leslie and a new people was on Clubhouse. I don't know how much of you got the chance to listen to Sam and I in Clubhouse, but okay, Tosh was there too. Tosh. Lots more stories. You listened to a few? Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot more stories. Oh, my gosh. And some tips. So we're bringing that series back, Relationship Chronicle with Sam and I, and he is going to be giving us some play out of the mail book. All right. The mail playbook. All right. You didn't get to hear it yet? Yeah. And then I think now you can record on Clubhouse too. I'm going to try and set it up on maybe Zoom or something, or where we can, maybe do it on all of the platforms. I don't know. I need to get somebody to help me with all this social media stuff. Lancy, I learned Lancy some stuff that he told me. Lancy, I tell y'all, my dating life ain't never gonna be the same. I think one of the biggest giveaway that he gave to me was a man, when he is serious, he has to give up something for the relationship. So when a man is serious, there's something that he has to give up to be serious, you know, whether it's friends, whether it's the video games, whether it's the parents, whether it's whatever, fucking off with the money, whatever. there's something that has to be given up, you know, for him to start to show seriousness within a relationship, which means there's not selfishness. He starts to think about a plan and a vision, right? Yeah. Oh, what is my name on Clubhouse? Hold on. I think I'm just Kamoy. I think I'm just Kamoy on Clubhouse. Kamoy Night on Clubhouse. Hold on 1 second. Let me just check. That's if they didn't already delete my Clubhouse. Put it on timeout. Dismissed. Kamoy Night. You can find me Ocean Lover. I'm Kamoy Night. Yeah. And I think I don't know if you put in For Your Inner Voice, if you can set it up, but I think you can find me on the For Your Inner Voice too. I don't know how Clubhouse works now. They done did a whole bunch of new things, but I think you can also find me there. But we're bringing that back. All right. So I'm gonna be back here on Friday because you don't really use it. I know. Yeah, they didn't put it on timeout yet. That's probably because I'll be getting a whole bunch of notifications. So if you are not on Clubhouse, it's now available on Androids. You guys can find me. And you can also go ahead and subscribe to my group, okay? It is Universal Healing. So Universal, S-O-U-L, okay? Universal instead of Universal. Universal Healing is my club. So you can go ahead and find that club on Clubhouse also, all right? And that's where I'm going to be doing the clubhouses from, Universal Soul Healing. All right. Now, Aries season starts Monday. We're going to unpack that on Friday, as well as unpacking the full moon energy. So on Friday, we will do a full moon pull. And then on Monday, we're back to kick off Aries season. All right. And we're going to get into that energy. Okay. Yes. Ashley got it, y'all. So if you're trying to find me on Clubhouse, Ashley typed it in the chat on where you can find me on Clubhouse, right? I'm excited to be back. I got so much stuff to share with you guys. So much stuff to share with you guys. And I'm kind of disappointed that I'm not going to get to launch the 100 days when I anticipated. But I'm back. No, I'm back, and I kind of feel like I got to baby step my way back to. I was trying to come back full force, and it just didn't pan out that way. So I'm gonna go with spirit in this, and we're gonna ease our way into this. So we will be unpacking all of the Aries energy. We're gonna do a full moon reading on Friday, and then we're gonna be back again next week doing the same thing, y'all. I am back, and it is good to be here. Oh, the group. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Universal Soul Group. Ocean Lover. Delay is not denial. I agree 100 pounds. Ashley pounds. Delay is not denial. It is not. It is not. And I also am going to say sometimes you don't know what you're being saved from or being promoted to, you know? So delay doesn't mean denial. It just means that something else better is around the corner. Okay, I appreciate you. My moderators, I appreciate you, Ashley. You're welcome. Okay, so y'all know the deal. I'm gonna be back here on Friday. Set your notification button because I can't give you a time yet. That's my new thing. The only thing I can tell you is what day I'm going to be here. I can't exactly give you the time that I'm going to be here. But if you set your notification button, you will know I will be back on Friday, okay? At some point, definitely after 12 noon. I'll tell you that much. It's not going to be before 12 noon now, okay? Really, Ashley? I'm telling you, Ashley, life is beautiful. Life is really, really beautiful, even though we have a lot of fucked up things going on in the world, right? And if you can create a community that is on the same vibration of you, right? Then you are not ever alone. You have a community of people to help support you, okay? Even if it's in your thinking, your emotions, or maybe even physically. It just depends on where you at and what you need at that moment, okay? So y'all know the deal. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, honor yourself, and I'm going to see you guys back here on Friday. I appreciate each and every one of you. It is good to be back, y'all. It's good to get up in these cards too, okay? And we're going to be doing some more of that. I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Bye. Bye, my love. Ashley, I love you. Bye, everybody. Aisha, Ocean Lover, I appreciate each and every one of you. Cora, I appreciate you too. And I will see you guys back here on Friday. Bye, my loves.